Well, the big thing is defining animal welfare. You know, a lot of people are being confused in the public that animal rights, animal abuse, animal welfare, and they're using some of the terms interchangeably. And animal welfare and beef quality assurance, it's production practices, it's preventative medicine, nutrition, providing shelter, it's doing the chores. And that's what we really got to get back to is when we talk about animal welfare, it's totally different than animal rights. Animal welfare are the things that we do on a day-to-day basis to provide care for our livestock. And everybody wants to continue to improve to provide better animal welfare.
Yeah, so for a lot of producers, it's most of the things they've been doing all along, but they might just be able to fine-tune a few practices and maybe even do a better job of documenting the practices that they use that help protect the welfare of their animals.
One of the things we talked about is the best football team in the United States wants to improve tomorrow. Beef industry is a beacon of light and a leader in the food animal industries for animal welfare. There's no doubt. And so with that comes a huge responsibility of continuing to improve and continuing to improve our practices. And beef quality assurance is where that starts. And we talked about two things with beef quality assurance. One is the ability to get the individual training, whether it's for yourself, your family, your employees, and you can do that in Spanish or English online through the www.bqa.org opportunity. And then the other thing was talking about incorporating the on-farm assessment tool that Beef Quality Assurance has developed. And it's not an audit. An audit is somebody comes on the farm and they check boxes. To me, that's kind of like in our school systems, teaching to the test. And we teach to the middle. We want to use an assessment tool that goes beyond checking a box. This is using our imagination, our creativity, using what our heritage and our special things about the beef industry and tools have allowed us to do throughout the decades and generations. So we really talk about using that assessment tool as something to get you in the right spot on the farm. And then once you're on the ground and you can see it and work with the process, that's when the illumination starts to happen. That's when the progress starts to be made.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an opportunity for producers maybe to identify areas where they really can improve, but without making that a public issue, or someone else is coming on their farm and pointing fingers. They can just identify it on their own and then work toward improving.
I don't know one business, one family, one household that doesn't have issues. And we have to be able to make mistakes without being condemned for mistakes. And the one thing about the beef industry is the best way to diffuse an issue is to be transparent about it. We got issues, we're working on them. You can't eat the elephant in one bite. We're marching down the path, and we're making continual improvements for the betterment and health and welfare of those cattle. We have the world's safest food supply. We have safeguards in place for providing a wholesome, nutritious product, and we're doing it in the most humane way that we can. And I think that understanding that and inviting people on the farm to see what we do on a day-to-day basis, be proud of what we do. And for the first time in the history of the Forbes 500 puts out a list of top 10 most respected professions. Last year, for the first time, listed with firefighters, policemen, doctors, nurses, teachers, military, were farmers and ranchers. It's the right place for us to be, and it's something I'm awfully proud to be able to serve our industry in the capacity that I do.